What's going on, YouTube? My name is Nate, and before I dive into this video and its juicy topic and context, I want to say something very quickly about the gameplay. This is not really that great nor perfect gameplay in terms of kills and deaths. However, it is very competitive. You see, I had lost the past 3 games in a row while being at the top of my team's scoreboard. Actually, for 2 of them, I had the best score in the game. So I was very frustrated, and I decided that I really wanted to win this game for my own sanity's sake. It was a very therapeutic game for me. I do believe we won. We maintained the lead throughout most of the game. Very stable. However, towards the end, we did end up losing the lead, which we made one final push in the end to take it back, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure we won this. I'm pretty sure that final push got us our lead back, but I actually am not sure. Either way, it was a pretty therapeutic game. It was pretty fun to play, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys do as well. So, what I want to talk about today is exosuits and their place in Advanced Warfare and their place in the next Call of Duty game. More particularly, why they won't have a place in the next Call of Duty game. So, let me give you guys some context. What inspired me to make this video was, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, I was reading up a post on Reddit, and it was this guy describing his opinions on exosuits. And it sparked this really, not really an argument, but more or less like a civilized discussion. I know that sounds really weird, especially when we talk about a Call of Duty game, but it was a really civilized discussion about people's feelings about exosuits and their places in the next Call of Duty game. And the overwhelming consensus was that the community really likes exosuits in Advanced Warfare. It's fresh, it's a new thing, but they don't really feel the need nor the want to have them in the next Call of Duty game. Because I think people, they don't want it to dictate how the game is played nor how it's developed in terms of Treyarch, and they really can get tired of this sort of thing really quickly. I think that it's a break from the usual Call of Duty stuff, but it's the usual Call of Duty stuff is something we really like as well. So they really want to see that back, and I think that's an argument with a lot of viability to it. So, there's actually some pretty big, not some pretty big, I guess you could say. There's a lot of evidence to support the idea that exosuits won't be making a return. And I propose a very, very in-depth one that I think a lot of you guys will agree with. So, think about it like this. This is going to sound weird, but just hear me out. So, think of zombies really quick. Notice how Sledgehammer and Treyarch both have zombies in their games. However, they're both played very differently. Sledgehammer Zombies relies completely around the exo abilities for its uniqueness. You can exo dash, exo jump, but so can the zombies. And it creates a really cool game mode of jumping, dashing, and all this stuff. Whereas Treyarch game mode relies more on barriers, trains, and stuff like that. And these are 2 of the same game mode, but they're played so differently. And that's the only reason they can legitimately be called or they can legitimately not be called a copy and paste of the other developer's game mode, because they played so differently. And I think that's actually really cool. They're almost 2 separate game modes in my opinion, just because of how differently you play each of them. And the reason why I think that exosuits won't be in the next Call of Duty game is that if you have exosuits online, you'll have to have them in zombies. And if you were to do that, Treyarch would essentially be copying Sledgehammer's version of zombies. They'd be relying on exosuits, exo-dashing, things like that, for their main gameplay mechanics. And I think that if they were to do that, it would really damage the legitimacy of the studio. They'd be referred to, oh, you're copying and pasting. And they don't want that. They want to be unique. They want to keep their own brand of zombies, their own sort of mechanic. And to do that, they're going to have to avoid exosuits, I guess you could say. I mean, maybe I'm full of it. Maybe they'll find a way. I mean, they're Treyarch. They can do anything. I think David Vonderhaar's still in there, and he's a very, very intelligent person, I think. So, I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, just it seems to me as though it doesn't make a lot of sense to have exo zombies in Sledgehammer's game and in Treyarch's game. Because if I were Activision, if I were looking at this from a development and economical standpoint, I would say, okay, you can have exo zombies in Advanced Warfare, but it has to be completely differently played from how it's played in Black Ops to avoid people saying it's just a copy and paste. And I'd say the same for Treyarch. Say, make your zombies game mode, just don't make it like Sledgehammer's. And that's my perspective on this. I mean, as I said before, maybe I'm full of it. Maybe Treyarch's got a secret weapon in mind, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And also, this kind of relates to a video I made a few days ago. If this game takes place during World War II, obviously there's going to be no exosuits, and I think this game is going to take place during a World War II timeline, I guess you can say. So if that's true, there's obviously going to be no exosuits, or else Treyarch would be bombarded with historical inaccuracy complaints from various historical people such as myself. So hopefully, or not necessarily hopefully, I'm not sure where you stand on this argument, but wherever you may stand, hopefully you found this video to be very informative. If you did, a rating would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. My name is The Epic Nate. Have a really, really nice day, everybody. Bye-bye.